Good Friday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Friday. I am your meteorologist, Peterson. Let's go on and talk about the weather for your Friday evening going into your future. If you have not already, make sure you go and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, share it with all the people that you know. As we are trying to get to 600 subscribers, we're at 511. We need 89. Yes, 89 more subscribers until we get to our goal of 600. But first, the tradition that we do every Wednesday evening and every Friday. Let's go, and anytime we just get any sort of big achievement, it is obviously Friday evening, which means you have made it through the work week, and now it is the weekend. So congratulations for that. Obviously, making it all the way to Friday. And now we have the time to rest this weekend, but obviously the weekends are usually not that long either way. So let's just go on and enjoy this one. Looking at the radar right now, we have some stuff going on, but first, before we talk about it, let's go on and talk with the recorded audience for the people who can unfortunately not make it to the live stream tonight. Good Friday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Friday. I am your meteorologist, Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Friday evening going into your future. Now, looking at the radar right now, we do have some downpour activity going on over here near like McBee, South Carolina, Hartsville, South Carolina, and Ruby, South Carolina, just to the south of those regions and north and west. But pretty much this area over here, this is not really any areas, mainly just like McBee, South Carolina. Rainfall going on to the south and east of Chester right now as we speak as well. But and overall, that's it. Looking at our rainfall for the entire United States, we do have some rainfall going on in Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, as well as Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, as well as Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, the Dakotas, and Nebraska, as well as Montana, also included in there. Going into our cloud cover right now is showing some, obviously, where those showers are. That cloud cover is a lot more heavier in those regions, and it's a lot clearer in some other regions right now. Like in the low country, it's clear. In the Grand Strand, it's pretty clear. In the eastern PD, it's pretty clear. The upstate, especially near like the Greenville, Spartanburg area, is pretty clear right now. Cloud cover for the future, if you want to push this forward as well. That cloud cover is really just going to stay scattered. This is tomorrow morning right here. That cloud cover will start to rise up a little bit more to the north, and it's kind of in like this circling motion, almost like you can like see where the low pressure is. You can definitely see where the low pressure is, and where it's causing that swirl at from these clouds. And again, the cloud cover will get more widespread as you move through to like tomorrow afternoon and evening. Current temperature right now is like 83 in Columbia, 82 in Orangeburg, 79 in Somerville, as well as 82 in Sumter, 83 in Hartsville, 82 in Florence, as well as 82 in Bennettsville, 80 in Conway, as well as 80 in Myrtle Beach, 80 in Murrells Inlet, as well as 79 in Georgetown, 80 in North Myrtle Beach, as well as 81 in Charleston, 77 in Spartanburg, as well as 77 in Greenville, 78 that is inside of Anderson and Greenwood and Newberry. Low temperatures for tonight, 71 in Greenville and Spartanburg, as well as 71 in Anderson, 71 in Rock Hill, as well as 71 in Greenwood, 71 in Aiken, and 71 in Barnwell, as well as 73 in Orangeburg, 71 in Walterboro, as well as 80 in Charleston, 73 in Georgetown, and 76 in Myrtle Beach. Going into your forecasted precipitation as you move through tonight and tomorrow night, you can see that there is overall a good amount of people that could potentially see on some rainfall as you go through. It could be from around 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch for places like Rock Hill and Lawrence and Greenwood and Columbia and Orangeburg and Charleston and Hilton Head Island and Dillon and Cheraw and Florence. Maybe even a 10th of an inch to a quarter of an inch for Walterboro and Moncks Corner and Georgetown and Kingstree, Greenville, Spartanburg. Again, these are all, forecasted totals. Again, not everyone will receive rainfall in these regions. It's just what pretty much what all the models are saying. And obviously with these summer storms, it's going to be kind of hard to exactly predict where these showers and downpours will be at. Going into severe weather, this is obviously the one that was just updated earlier and actually still is. Actually, no, this is the updated one. So actually, there still is a marginal risk of severe weather up there for Greenville, Spartanburg, Clemson, Anderson, and places like that. Now you might be wondering why. It is because of obviously wind. Wind will be that main threat. Winds of up to 40 to 60 mile per hour. Some storms as we go up there is still possible as you go through tonight. So definitely still watch for that. Everyone else has just a regular chance for thunderstorms. Tomorrow, Saturday, June the 28th, 2025, thunderstorms are possible tomorrow as well for the entire state, and I don't think anybody should be surprised for Sunday, June the 29th, where the entire state again has a chance for some thunderstorms as you move through on Sunday. Let's go on now and look at excessive rainfall. Starting off here, you can see that we do in fact have a minor risk of flooding. Obviously, was kind of expected. Let me see if I get this right here. That was expected as we get up here, like in the upstate, the far upstate. As you go into tomorrow pretty much the exact same thing, just a little bit more tilted, but Anderson is included in there. Minor flooding is possible. Day 3, Sunday and Monday, looks good overall. Nothing really going on through those days, but Tuesday, some minor flooding for Rock Hill, Spartanburg, Greer, Greenville, Anderson, Clinton, Greenwood as well. Everyone else is inside of the clear. Let's go on now and look at our models. So we're going to first start off by looking at our model here for tonight. As you go on and push this forward, obviously you can see all that rainfall pretty much tapering off by the time you get to around 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. It will be pretty rain-free even as you go into tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. It still looks pretty good for now, even as you get to around 1 p.m. But 2 to 3 p.m. is when you start to see again those showers and thunderstorms pop up. That is exactly what we've been experiencing every single day, with showers and thunderstorms popping up at around 2, 3 o'clock. Getting more intense as you go towards the evening hours, 6, 7 p.m. It just continues to go on. Again, every region inside the United States, and in that case, almost pretty much everybody, has a chance for a thunderstorm again tomorrow. And then it tapers off around 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we're just in the same period over and over again. And I can guarantee you, look at this, 1 to 2 p.m. 2 p.m. right here, showers start to push in. Now that seemed like a sea breeze shower downpour right here that moves in as you go into Sunday. But again, Sunday morning's looking dry. So the morning hours looking dry as usual, and then the afternoon and evening hours looking moist, obviously with rainfall going through. Let's go into the GFS and look at our long-term future, starting off here at 8 a.m. or 2 p.m. on Sunday. That's where we just left off at. As we push this forward, you can see overall exactly what I'm talking about, even though as you go through towards July, like the 3rd. And I have some good news about the 4th. The 4th of July looks a little bit better. So again, that's still 170 hours out, so things will still change, but it's looking better than it has in previous runs. This is what it looked like here. Now, if you go to the one like last night that we looked at, it looks a lot worse. So overall, it's looking a little bit better for now. July the 5th through the 6th. Just again, this overall pattern over and over and over again. But by the time we get to around like July the 10th, can't really go too much further than that. Or else, I'd just be lying and saying, oh, well, it'd be like this, but we don't know. Let's go on now and look at our tropical weather outlook. You can see that we do have this area right here that we were looking at yesterday. Let me see if I can move this over here. It says a broad area of low pressure is centered over the southwestern Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, and is producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms over the Yucatan Peninsula and the adjacent waters. This system should emerge over the Bay of Campeche later tonight, and some development is possible on Saturday and Sunday if the low remains over water. By Monday, this system should move inland over eastern Mexico, ending its chances of additional development. Regardless of development, locally heavy rainfall is possible over portions of Belize, Guatemala, and the southeast and southeastern Mexico during the next few days. An Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to investigate the system on Saturday. So Only a 30% chance for this thing to form through the next 7 days, but it is not expected really to develop, and this might cause something potentially for cause some rainfall for southern Texas as well as we go into like next week, most likely. But again, regardless of development, that locally heavy rainfall will still occur over Belize, Guatemala, and the south and southeastern Mexico. Let's go and look at the crazy score at a 27 for tonight. So the mild category, no, nothing really to put us inside the moderate or strong category. Obviously, with showers and storms tapering off, that really puts us inside that mild category. Why did it put us inside the mild category? Obviously because, it says only isolated storms linger. Most convection fades. Obviously, that's going to happen. Patchy fog development is possible, but it's not going to be hazardous at all. No active severe weather is really expected. I know they have that marginal risk of severe weather right there, but for tonight. But honestly, I think that it was just for those last couple of showers and downpour that we have. So overall, just a calm and humid night tonight. Let's go on now and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. Starting off with Miss Tolliver, who says, good evening, a few claps of thunder and some lightning, but no rainfall today. I'm really hoping for cooler weather soon. I know, a pipe dream. I will actually go on real quick and talk about when's the next time we're going to see some cooler weather. Just skim over it. We might go more in depth with that tomorrow, but I might talk some about it before we talk about San Antonio, Raleigh, Philadelphia real quick. Mr. Anthony says, good evening, Weatherman. Good evening to you. My Nana says, hi, Jay. Hope you had a good day. I did. Trail says, greetings, everyone. Greetings to you. And then Ms. Tolliver says, there were some bad storms in Chattanooga this evening. I actually had no idea. Thank you so much for telling me that. Obviously, I know there was a marginal risk of severe weather, I believe, for Chattanooga. But overall, it's just rainfall going on there now. It's nothing really severe anymore. Let me go on real quick and check out the thermodynamics. We're going to go into temperature anomalies. I just want to see real quick when's the next time we could potentially see a cool down. And you can see maybe going through to like July the 2nd, but that warm air takes right back over. And then again, July the 10th, but obviously that's a bit too far out, so we can't really say much. So I really wanted to look at July the 2nd and see what's going on there. And you might be thinking, well, it's going to be cooler. Yeah, but not really. You can see that overall we have these temperatures that's going to be in the 70s, but it's only going to be just for that one night going into like July the 3rd, but it's going to heat right back up into the 90s. So in terms of a cool down, even July the 4th, the high temperatures for a lot of us going to be like up in the high 90s. And those feel like temperatures, again, will probably be like in the 105, 110 degree range on July the 4th. And that will continue as we go all the way through into July. So we are really, we're not in the hottest time of the summer yet. We are not there yet. We still got to get into like probably like mid-July or something like that. Like I'm seeing some of these temperatures right now a lot higher than what we've been seeing so far for some of us. So I do not think that we've seen our hottest temperatures this year yet. But let's go on now and talk about San Antonio, Raleigh, and Philadelphia, our three regions outside of the state of South Carolina that we discuss. Let's talk about San Antonio first. You have low temperatures tonight at 75, high temperatures tomorrow 95, low temperatures tomorrow night at 75. No precipitation is expected tonight nor tomorrow, and no severe weather is expected either. In terms of excessive rainfall, there is no excessive rainfall that is expected. Going into Raleigh being the next location, low temperatures tonight 74, high temperatures tomorrow 94, and low temperatures tomorrow night 74. There is a chance of thunderstorms tonight, tomorrow during the day, and tomorrow night as well. And no severe weather is expected though. Excessive rainfall, though there is a chance for some excessive rainfall on Tuesday of next week. Obviously, minor flooding is going to be a concern there. Philadelphia being the last one, low temperatures tonight 67, high temperatures tomorrow 90, and low temperatures tomorrow night 73. Chance of showers tonight and some patchy fog is possible tonight. Chance of showers tomorrow, and then patchy fog also is possible tomorrow, and thunderstorms are likely tomorrow night as well. as you do have a chance for some minor flooding, maybe on Monday and Tuesday. I already talked about severe weather, so I think we're good in terms of that. Let's go on and see what's going on throughout the entire United States news-wise, weather news. There will be a daily chance for scattered thunderstorms across the central and the eastern U.S. through the weekend, with severe thunderstorms possible in the northern plains and the upper Midwest. That includes like North Dakota, South Dakota. Potentially, we could potentially see some severe hazards, like large hail, damaging winds, and maybe even a few tornadoes as well. Storms could also produce heavy rainfall that may lead to isolated instances of flash flooding as well. One thing that I did want to talk about as well for South Carolina is just as we go into next week, rain chances will probably peak around Tuesday and Thursday as a cold front and deep in moisture approach, and slightly drier by Friday. And the weak steering flow that we have means that there will be slow-moving storms, and it will lead to localized flooding for us as we move into next week. So definitely watch for some minor flooding. I mean, we already talked about flooding next week, but do not be surprised if you see that expand for some locations as we move through next week. And that's all I wanted to say there. Let's check out the chat one more time. That says, good evening, Joseph. Thanks for the forecast. No problem for that. And that's it. Again, if you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button yet, make sure you go and do so. Hit the share button as well. Share with all the people that you know. We have 511 subscribers trying to get to 689 more to go until we get to our goal of 600. Let's go on and get there. We had a huge night a couple nights ago, obviously, with the live stream. Let's have another day like that. I mean, we can have another day like that tomorrow or the next day. It doesn't matter. Let's just have another good day in terms of subscriber growth. I will be back tomorrow morning with your Saturday morning forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Friday evening.